Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Daron Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime.
From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean, Wes, Adam, Daron on the beat. Downtown Mount Sterling, where the fans all meet. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat.
Welcome back to another episode of From Corner to Corner podcast presented by Community Trust Bank. Episode...
No, 0.
You said, here we go.
He didn't point.
Here we go means go.
No, he didn't point. You gotta wait for him to point. See? He's a producer. You listen to the producer.
I mean, when you say here
What
we
episode
go,
is it, Sean?
Here we go. Episode 373.
Here we go means I'm getting ready to turn the mic on.
Why'd you have to get closer to it?
Because I'm getting old. I'm
You act like
I'm
you're-
almost 50.
You act like you're gonna be 50 next week.
I'm going to be 50 this week. Well, next Monday.
Right.
Wes, he's going through some stuff.
I'm going through some
telling you.
stuff, man. I'm turning 50.
I'm telling you.
So life is hitting me hard.
Oh.
My knee hurts. My wrist hurts. I mean, my back hurts. It's just like...
Maybe we need to put you in a rumpke bend.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of Rumpke,
Right?
let's talk about the Rumpke week that was.
You're welcome.
Yeah, nice segue into that. So basketball season has come upon us.
Yes.
And we've had action in all core four schools.
Yep.
You want to give us a little bit? I know you got a recap there.
Yep.
On that part of it. I know we had at least one game canceled due to weather last week with Montgomery County.
Yep.
The boys missed the first home game, so they didn't get to play until Saturday.
Right.
So.
Yeah, they Adam had put a weekly recap together and put that out yesterday. But
Good job, Adam.
So we can start with the Bath County boys. They unfortunately went 0-2, lost to Madison Southern and West Carter. GRC boys went 2-1, got a win over Nicholas County, got a win over Campbell County at Campbell County, and then they lost to a really, really good Davies County team at the, not the King of the Bluegrass, but the tournament name escapes me. Anyways,
And Davies County
good game.
jumped up to like number 4 in the state today
Right,
on the
saw
new
that.
rankings. So
Menifee County went 0-3. They lost to Elliott County, Fleming County, and then Boone County. Montgomery County is 1-0. They beat Wayne County in Campbellsville in overtime. Really good game there. Girls, Bath County girls went 1-2. Lost to Nicholas County, lost to Montgomery County. And then they beat West Carter in the first round of the EKC. And then I lost my place here. GRC girls 2-0. They beat Scott High, and then they beat West Jessamine. Menifee County went 1-0. They beat Fleming County, so their first district win there. And then the Lady Indians went 1-1. They beat Bath County and lost a heartbreaker to Johnson Central at Boyd County by 2 points.
Johnson Central was shooting 3-pointers out of a cannon. I mean, they wasn't missing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. And the girls got down big early, come back, got it close at halftime. Third quarter got down again, come back again in the fourth quarter, just wasn't able to overtake Johnson Central. But you could definitely see that second quarter was a big turnaround for the girls on the defensive side.
Game of
the
runs
ball.
on that game.
It was. And then, the boys, that game went back and forth. I think both teams kind of led comfortably, and then it got tight at the end.
Yeah.
And then it was really funny because in overtime it was just back and forth, and then all of a sudden, once Montgomery County's up 2, Ty steps up, makes a heck of a defensive play, and Wayne County misses at the buzzer for a chance to tie the game. And so they secure that first win.
Yep.
On that part of it.
Yep.
So
Back up just a second. Johnson Central, we've talked about it between us, but not on the show. The best player introduction sequence.
Oh yeah,
Anywhere
for their
around
home
here
games.
with the new projector, court projector. And
I
all
wish
that.
we had that on camera there. I mean, they were playing at Boyd County, but yeah, I wish we had that clip. I wish somebody was playing there at Johnson Central. To where we
it
could
was
have
at Boyd County.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
where we could
It was
have
like a tournament type of thing.
But yeah, Johnson Central has put together a pretty incredible pregame for all their games, and
Yeah.
I mean they've got the projector, the lasers, everything. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We didn't have $50,000 in the bank account to put one of those up for Montgomery County, so
we
you
don't.
know. But
Hey,
it was pretty cool.
If anybody wants to give towards that, we can definitely put it into a separate
Right.
pool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, bowling is still going on. They had two different events. Both teams finished pretty good in both of them. They didn't win either event, but we had a bunch of people join the 200 club this week. Aiden James with a 205, Trey Berry with a 201. Mason Hatfield continues to bowl great, 249, 226. Sarah Sturgill with a 233. Jake Sturgill with a 209. Come on, Jake, you letting your sister beat you? Come on now. And then Alex Cardy with a 210. And speaking of Alex Cardy, you want to throw that up there for us, Daron?
Yeah, he has committed to bowl for Midway University.
Yeah. And the signing is Thursday night. Is that what you said?
The 11th. Okay. So yeah, Thursday night.
So get out and support him. Congratulations to Alex.
Absolutely.
On signing that. Our intentions are we'll try to be there and stream that for you.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool on that part of it. So let's talk about who we got tonight. We've got Montgomery County cheer coach Chris Shaw, along with some seniors.
Mm-hmm. Coburn Patrick, Kaylee Tyra, Tyler Roberts, and Bailey Durham.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about state that's coming up this weekend, and
further on.
Yeah. So let's take a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled, his part of the big lunch meeting, and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
Hands clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering, we're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, one voice, one goal. To lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all heart. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling, Maine, where the love runs deep.
All right, we are back here with Coach Shaw and 4 of the seniors, right? You got more, right?
We have 5 seniors total. One had an all-star practice tonight.
Okay. Well, girls, thanks for joining us on this cold night. Heard you guys like to take a nice brisk walked a mile to get here. So, not a lot of parking downtown, but it's good.
Wait a
So,
minute. I'm just noticing they left you out of the fray. Everybody's got their
I know.
large drink.
They told me, I kind of just ignored it. I was trying to get out of practice.
So, Coach, first of all, let's go back a little bit. We haven't had you on since about this time last year. So let's go back a little bit and kind of recap last year and just kind of recap last year and competition and how it went and go from there.
Sure, we had a fantastic year last year, a banner year. We had a lot of success. At state, at region last year, we were runner-up. We felt like we should have won, but we were runner-up. But that gave us a little more fuel to our fire last year. And then at state, we placed 5th, and we missed being from first place. It was such a tight place between 5th and first. There was like 2 points difference, and we missed being third by 0.2 of a point. Mm-hmm. So at state, that's a big deal because the top 4 teams get to go on the floor and get recognized. We missed that by like a hair.
Right.
But, always looking at our growth and looking at next steps, we progressively got better after every competition. And then we got nationals in February and just did phenomenal. Matter of fact, they had their best at nationals, their best showing in 28 years. We made it to prelims, we made it to semifinals, and then made it to finals. And that was the first time we've been to finals in almost 30 years. And they did terrific. I mean, to be a finalist, even if you make it to that end, right, is a big deal. But then to get down and you were within 10ths of points from being in the top 4, that was even bigger. So the great thing is we're entering in this season and came in with a lot of returners. We do have a lot of new girls this year, but our base is there that has had success in the past and knew what it takes to. And so we've had region a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I did tremendous. We were Mason County. We had a great showing. And the girls, it's hard for cheer because you don't really see your competition till you get there. Mm-hmm. It's a lot different than years past where the girls saw the cheerleaders at every game. And a lot of cheerleaders don't do any traveling. So we don't get to lay eyes on them per se. And I told them all along, I said, you are going to do we pushed them really hard. But what we saw and what we were predicting and telling them, if you bring this, you're going to do amazing at region this year. It was really a bad taste in our mouth coming in runner-up last year at region. But they did, and we left region with a wonderful, wonderful showing and a win. And then we had our bluegrass regional competition the following week, and that's for UCA, and that's for our national qualifier.
Right.
And the thing with the national qualifier is it's great if you win, but really you're there to get a bid. And they've made it more difficult. They don't give out nearly what they used to. So it is a tough competition. But going into that, I kind of already looked at the region scores for KHSA going in. I told the girls, and they can attest to this, I said, for the first time I've ever come to this competition in 30 years, you all can win this. You can come away with winning, which is a big deal. They call bluegrass the mini nationals because all your top teams practically around the country, Kentucky has a lot of good cheer teams. And needless to say, that day when we got down to top 5, they started like top, 14. So you go forever. You get to top 5, and then they went to 4, and they got to 3. I thought, well, we've already beat where we were last year. And then they got to, and then they're like, well, there's only a 0.2 difference between first and runner-up. Well, we were runner-up, but I've told them all along, we have the greatest potential to do great and to go and make history in some areas this year. And that kind of was, to me, that just solidified what we thought. Because they just did such a tremendous job at bluegrass. And then this Saturday is our state competition at GRC.
Right. So state competition at GRC, you all are during the day, at night?
We're in the morning.
You're in the morning on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everyone, make sure you make the trip, get up early, get over there, make the trip and cheer them on, because the more support you have, the louder the fans can be, the better everything can turn out.
It goes highly in our favor.
Right.
That's exactly right. If we have people who yell with us, it just adds. It's like having another 10 people on the floor.
Right. The one thing that I did write down from last year is, going back to the Sweet 16 since 2013. I mean, just regardless of competing there, just being on the floor and being able to cheer for that. All of you all were there for that?
Not me.
Not you. That's right. You're okay. But I mean, tell me what that was like.
It was a crazy experience. Like, I didn't know what to expect. So going in, when I got there, I just looked, and I looked at all the people, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's crazy.
I mean, the amount of people we brought to back the team up, back you all up. I mean, that had to be, region was one thing, but cheering with that many people in that type of arena probably had to be pretty special. What do you think, Bailey?
Yeah, it definitely was. Like, we kind of went in there thinking it was going to be like a regular ball game, but it was nothing like that.
Right.
Because you're kind of like barricaded off, so it's like feels like more serious, if that makes sense. And then like just getting out there, like even for player intro, like, and then actually looking at the crowd from like the side view, it definitely like shook us, and we were like.
I mean, Montgomery County had the whole end of
Right,
arena
yeah.
full.
The whole
so
end and around the corner and
I
on
don't.
one side.
Nobody brought more people than Montgomery County.
It felt
So
great
wasn't
seeing a
close.
bunch of people I knew supporting us.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tyler, you may not have been down there, but I'm sure you were there.
Yeah,
and
I went.
even seeing that, I mean,
Yeah,
and being
it was
part
crazy
of it.
to like see how many supporters Montgomery County actually has, and like how many people are there to like travel all the way to Lexington to go watch a basketball game.
Right.
Now, was there like a in tournament competition there too?
There was, and we did really well at that. I think Breath won that cheer competition, but it's a lot different. We do really well with in game. We've won our district and region and have for a long time, year after year. But when you get to state, it's a different whole another set of rules and expectations. So we know now.
Yeah,
We
do.
So we're ready for that one to come if we hopefully get back there again. But
No pressure, boys or girls.
we're ready to win it this year.
Yeah.
We get there.
You say you know now, and that kind of leads into one of my questions I had for tonight. Going into region and going into state competition and even UCA, you all have built up year after year after year and learned things for the last 3-4 years and really kind of changed things and moved things. I mean, it's always a moving part with cheer, and there's always something being added by another team that you're finding out. So what have you all learned to make things just evolve?
Well, when we first started doing, and this evolved really for us, and Allie was on the team when this kind of happened, where there's this big transition through that time of COVID.
Yeah,
and it kind of with cheer, it was horrible for everybody, but for us, there was nobody doing gymnastics, and there was nobody doing all-star really much at that time or in this area. In middle school, cheer didn't do anything for about 2 years. So for us, anything that was feeding our program kind of came to a halt.
Yeah.
So we had to kind of make cheerleaders, and we kind of transitioned from the 2.5 minute, along with everyone else in the country, but to what was game day. And we went into that several years ago with knowing really nothing. We knew how to cheer a ball game, but game day really is such a technical competition, and it's not easy by no means. Matter of fact, as far as being the technicality of it, it's harder than 2.5. But we've learned a lot, and we've gotten we've had a great choreographer the last couple of years, 3 years, and just experience. We've learned, and we've learned what's expected and what makes the difference. Every year we kind of filter that and say, okay, what could we have done to go? Because we see a lot of times, and the girls will tell you, every little thing counts. And so when you're talking, like we've said, it was 0.2 of a point.
Right.
is a lot of what we're dealing with. So it's like one little teeny tiny thing. Matter of fact, at Bluegrass Regionals, what we saw is we won in all there's 4 categories. We won in 3. There's only one that we fell short in. So that's kind of what we had to come back and kind of go back to the drawing board and say, how can we maximize our points for that? But we do a lot of that. It's a lot of strategizing of how are we going to get to that next level, using the judges' comments from previous competitions as well.
How many judges are typically setting up there doing this?
Oh, gosh. Well, for a nationals kind of competition, there could be
There's a bunch.
at that any
15,
time like 20 people up there.
Oh,
Now
wow.
they do it a lot differently than back was 30 years ago when I was a cheerleader. But they'll have one judge, and they'll just judge one particular part. So every judge has a specific thing they're looking for.
So they're focused on one thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like back in the day when I judged or was an athlete in this, is that I would just be watching the whole thing. Now, there are people who do overall,
Yeah.
and they'll kind of look, but yeah, there's judges that each technical position part of the routine, that's exactly what they're trained in watching.
Yeah. And to get down to a 0.2, I mean, it's like crazy. Just the law of averages, how difficult that would be to get to that particular
It's
point.
tight, right.
Make sure your arms are in the right
Yes.
position. Right?
Yep.
Wrists,
Don't-
arms,
right.
everything.
Don't
Signs
bend your
coming
wrist
down.
out.
Feet are together.
You're all breathing
Or
the same,
apart.
everything.
Don't fall. Don't do any of that stuff, right?
And we've been really working on that technique. Like,
Yes.
we know the routine forward and backward. We've been really just fine tuning those little things. One of the things that one of the judges comments on at Bluegrass was like, "You're doing great with the girls who are doing the signs. You're doing great with a lot of energy getting the sign up, but you got to bring the sign down with the same amount of energy. So they're tight going up, they can be tight coming down, but stuff like that nobody normally would think about. It's just. But when you're a judge, they're looking for those types of things, and it makes a difference. We might not know, a person watching might not know, but you'll know a difference in a team that's the winning teams and those who are not. It's just the sharp and everything's more. It's just polished.
Yeah.
So Coburn, practicing day in, day out, being a senior, trying to lead this team. I mean, what have you done? What has the seniors done to really kind of make things just that much better this year?
Well, so most of us already cheered like last year, so we know what's expected from us and from the judges. So during practice, whenever like someone's working on something, and like cheers, like the routine changes every day. So like the newer girls, they have to learn new spots, and we just really work on them and make sure they have the technique that's expected from us.
It's all about being together as much as anything in game day, correct?
Yes.
And how many girls do we have on the floor at a time?
For us in our division, you can have up to 19, and we've had. I think there's 18.
Yeah.
We've had one spot kind of come in and out a few
Yeah.
times this year,
Yeah.
but I think we have
17, 18, 17,
Yes.
18.
Yeah.
And it that throws everything off.
It
to a
does.
certain
It really
extent.
does.
I mean,
Like, we don't have a bench, so everyone
Right.
that's like on the floor has a thing to do, and they have to perform it well because you don't have anyone that can get in your spot. And like, if you're not doing it up to expectations, then you're going to get moved to a different spot. Like, you can't move to, like, no one's going to be able to do it if you can't do it.
that's the first time in all the cheer times we've had you all on. We've had Bath County on. That's a good analogy. You don't have a bench.
Yeah.
You don't have people that you can pull off and be like, okay, no, you're not playing very well.
It's like you're having a bad day. We're going to bring somebody else in.
We're bringing somebody else in. I mean, everyone is out there, and you all have to be on point all the time.
And there's no room for a bad day. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing. I've coached for a lot of years now. Both my daughters cheered, and the thing is we know that they have a lot going on. They do have school, and a lot of them have jobs, and we jokingly say, and many of them have boyfriends. and the list goes on and on. But we talk about this all the time, and they can tell you with this is when we come to cheer, we have that little bit of opportunity. We got to put all that aside. We got to put it all aside, and I will say they do. They come in and they've learned that they would give it all we got for that 2-hour practice, and if we don't have any time to waste or to spare.
See, girls, the reason the coach doesn't have any hair is because he can't afford to have a bad hair day. So if there's no hair, there's no bad hair day. So, but you know, that's one of the more impressive things about cheer is it has to be perfect all the time. Yes. There's not an opportunity for a mistake, because a mistake sends you home, right? Because like we said, I mean, 0.2 of a point is the difference in winning and finishing second place. And then in nationals, it was about that close too, from the difference in 4 and 5, right? So, and that stings. It's almost like I'd rather lose by 5 points than 0.2, right?
Yeah, exactly.
At least I knew that, you know, if I lose by 5, then, you know, yeah, we had a bad day.
Yeah.
0.2, you're like, ow, wasn't there something that we could have done, you know? Because that's when you think about it, you're like, what did we do? What did we miss? You know, so, but I get that. That's very impressive to be able to, you know, stay on that all the time. And it's unlike any other sport, you know. I mean, basketball, if you got 12 guys out there and one of them has a bad day, then you got 11 other guys that are playing. But it's not like that. Like you said, no bench, pure perfection.
My man said sport. You've learned because it is a sport. Good job.
Good job.
I mean, you keep bringing them on here, so it has to be a sport, right?
Well, yeah. So, October 1st rolls around. Is that kind of the day that you all kind of as coaches and as cheerleaders kind of go, it's go time, or you know, or was it before that this year?
Honestly, when we come in August, I think,
Yeah.
honestly, choreography camp, when we learn our routine, that day forward, we know that our primary focus is the routine, and we don't really worry about games and stuff until after competition is, like, we have that down pat.
It works well with these experienced veterans
Yes.
cheerleaders. Now the newbies coming in, when they come in, those rookie cheerleaders, that they come in, they have to learn all these sideline cheers and all the game stuff too. And the girls who have the experience, they already have that. So it is a lot for someone coming into the program, because, like you said, it's competitive. We've got this other cheerleading has these two sides to it. You've got your competitive side where we're in competition, but you also have the supportive side in spirit where you're at ball games.
Right.
And we compete in that avenue too. But for someone new coming in, man, and we tell them, we all tell them, you've got to take this serious, and you're going to have to go home and work, because once we learn the routine,
it's go time.
So it's good that you all have football season before, because you know you can get some of the new girls that come onto the you know, really solidified in their sidelines, which will just run over into competition time. I mean, and learning the routine.
So does like year to year, is your game day type stuff stay pretty consistent?
For our games, it does. Matter of fact, when we were talking about basketball, we just kind of use the same formula. And we found out what worked a long time ago for that, and we win doing that. And when we compete on in-game stuff too.
Well, and it makes sense too, because it's like, if I assume your competition format is a little bit every year, and so if you're having to learn 2 different formats each year, it's easier to just stay consistent with the game stuff, and then, you know, focus more on the national type stuff.
Exactly. You know, when we learned that years ago, we just have kind of a format. Like if at a ball game, we know what we're going to do at pregame. All that kind of stuff is just already kind of scripted for. We scripted that out a long time ago.
Let's back up to region real quick. For you all, so you know, you got region runner up last year. You've worked hard to get to the point, and then so this year I would suspect, you know, 5 seniors, you know, a decent amount of new girls, but all those girls have been together. Did you all say, you know, there's always going to be nerves going into a competition, but you know, did you all kind of as seniors kind of say, we can't have that this year?
Yeah, I definitely think we talked the new girls through it. We know what to expect, so we know how to kind of console them, and I think that helps a lot, us being on the team for that long.
So how bad did you want to just look at and say, now look, we got close last year. We are not losing
Yeah,
this
it
because you
definitely
all.
put the fire underneath of us,
Yes.
for
Right?
sure.
And I don't think we honestly had anyone this year that was really like shaken up because we had prepared them a lot. We were like, if you go out there and you act scared, then you're going to perform scared.
Yeah.
But we honestly didn't have anyone act very nervous backstage, so we just try to not go over the routine when we're backstage, because when we do, it makes them overthink before we actually go on, and we just tell them, like, trust your body, like, you know what you're going to do. So
Yeah, because once you get on the floor, your mind goes blank.
Yeah,
You
you
just
lock
do
out.
it.
Adrenaline kicks in, you got it.
We have pretty tough practices. We do not have a moment. When people talk about cheer and drama, I'm like, well, we don't have time. There's actually not one moment they could ever have that, because we hit it so hard. And really, that's kind of where we are with them and what they're saying with competition. What we're doing at practice is a lot harsher than what went harder than what we're doing at when we get to that competition.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense, because if you're nailing it at practice, that's harder than just competition. Like, whew, man, I'm ready for a break.
Right.
No, I get that for sure.
Take a break.
He's over asleep. that bus duty's getting to him. So let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with the girls.
I still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled. His part of the big lunch meeting and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, proud sponsor of our Menifee Athlete of the Month and scholarship programs.
Got a dent or scratch, no need to despair. Jacob's Auto Body, we're beyond compare. Custom paint, so sleek, insurance on our side. 70 years of trust, we're your hometown pride. Jacob's Auto Body will make it like new. 859-274-7425 is the clue. Jacob's Auto Body, run the show.
What's right through me?
All right, welcome back to the Front Corner podcast. We're here with Coach Chris Shaw, the cheer coach, along with some of our senior girls. Talking a little bit of cheer competition, getting ready for state on Saturday.
So it has I know that practice ramps up going into region. Is there and then you've only got a month from region to state, and so does it get that much tighter in this 30 days?
I think it gets tighter. One of the things we tell them right off the bat is those practice times are sacred.
Yep.
Yeah, and they do. We don't really have an issue with them not treating it so, because I'm like, we only have so much gym time. It's not like we have our own gym. We have to share the gym, and when we get in there, there is no, by the time I drive from Mapleton Elementary to by the time I walk in to practice at the high school, 99.9% of the time they're already ready. They're ready to go. I've been in years past when you was like turning the crank, trying to get everything going. Come on, everybody! But they're very driven. We've got a great coaching staff. But these girls, they are great leaders and getting us to the place of where we need to be.
So is state always at GRC?
It has been the last since they've had the new gymnasium.
Yeah.
It has been. Before that, it was at the Alltech Arena in Lexington. It's great. It's convenient for us because it's close. It's very convenient for us. It gets a little tight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people at your state competition, and it gets a little I don't know how the fire marshal doesn't come in, because in the stands where the people are not so much where we are, but where the fans and it gets really crowded and tight.
So I'm probably going to ask a stupid question here, but is it like a Sweet 16? Is there only 16 schools there for that, or
no? Some regions get more, depending upon how many people are in their division. Like in our case, there was only 2 that moved on. If some regions have a lot more people, because you get to select what you're competing in. Like if I was a 2.5-minute routine, if I was a game day large, which would have been 20 and more. It just depends, because cheer is different every year. So it's like some years you might have 30 people come out that are ready and quality and ready for that competition team. And other years you might be working with 15. So you just have to kind of work with that. But depending on the number, so some regions had more than 2. Some had like 3 and 4.
And then, of course, I guess there's competitions in all of those different. How many different divisions is there?
Well, in high school, and Kentucky kind of narrows it down in the game day division. You're either small or large. So they don't have co-ed anymore. So co-ed's thrown in there. It used to be they had, and then once you get to nationals, you have a lot more divisions.
Right.
But so we have small game day and large game day, and then you have small 2.5-minute, medium 2.5-minute, large 2.5-minute, and co-ed. So there's several divisions, and it's broken up in 2 days.
Yeah.
So it begins on Friday night, and then through Saturday morning, and then there's an afternoon session Saturday afternoon.
So it's nonstop once it goes.
It's very busy, one after the other, and they're pretty quick now.
And do you just perform just the one time?
You have a one shot. Yeah, you have 3 minutes to get out there and do your thing.
There you go.
You said it a long time. I had written something down. You said something right before that's consistently doing something. I mean, as a team, cheer does something from the time that you all start school, actually before, till the time school ends. You may have 2 weeks plus maybe dead period that you're down, but other than that, you go directly into the tryouts. You all as a team, and like you said, no subs, as a team work probably harder than any team because you have to be all together than anybody at school.
Right.
Would you all agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah.
Probably glad when basketball season's over, because you don't have to worry about going to tennis and softball and baseball to cheer, right?
Yeah.
They're very busy. We try out in April.
Right.
And then, so you start before the school year's even over. And then by the end of May, you're already doing stuff, and for us, and then you have all June, and we try to pack in all this game stuff, try to learn all the sidelines, try to learn it, and that's a lot. And then you have dead period, you come back from dead period, it's choreography, and then there's no looking back from there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you have, a lot of teams, you've got so many people on the field, you've got people on the bench, and you all can't do that. What's it take as a cheerleader to kind of lead your team as seniors to, you know, make sure that everybody's doing the right thing?
I don't know. Like, a lot of them do have a good work ethic that's new this year. And they just honestly kind of watch us and see what we do and try to do the best they can. Obviously, some of them have never cheered really before, so it's kind of harder to teach them. But we do have a few that have done cheer in the past. It's not school cheer, but they've done like all-star, so they kind of know. But when they come in, they kind of realize that we're like nonstop and like you will get pushed harder, but they realize it's for a good reason. So I think they like know to watch us and like follow us, or like I think they just know, and that's what we expect of them. So
I feel like setting an example for them is the best thing to do. Like us showing dedication, us coming, makes them also want to do that too.
How many days a week do you guys practice?
Generally three, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Fridays during football season we have a game. Right before competition, we'll throw in when we can right before, but on a Friday night or something. But usually 3 days, that's just our set time. We make the most of it.
But this is your busy season when you get into basketball. I mean, you all have lucked out really practice-wise going into competitions for region and now into state and UCA. You all actually didn't have a whole lot of games. You all actually had a whole lot of practice time being able to go into that, and you know, lucked out with not a whole lot of. Well, you haven't had a home game yet, have you?
We haven't.
No, so, tomorrow night will be the first home game.
Yeah.
And usually the week of state we're practicing. So once state's behind us, and we the other coaches and I joke, it's like, well, once you get past Saturday. It's like you can breathe.
Yeah.
You can breathe because it's so intense, and we know how good. If we didn't believe in this team and know how good they were, you know, because I know team, and they just we gotta. Sometimes people get to a regional and they're not up against anybody. They're not competing against the other teams, and you're the only one, so you're going to move forward, and that does happen sometimes. It didn't happen for us, but we did get that kind of draw. But you know, we have to make the most of the time, and once you get past Saturday, man, we just know how far they can go, and the potential in this team. And then past Saturday, you can breathe a little bit.
So are you guys going to do the game Friday night? Or are you skipping that so you can focus on Saturday?
For Saturday.
Good. I was going to say.
We learned that, you know,
surely the goodness
years ago. But yeah, we understand and the competitive side, and that we do compete, and we're all about support. We love supporting our teams, and we love it.
Unfortunately, we have a late tip off on Friday night, so it might be midnight before that game's over with.
So it's a busy time. It's a very busy time, and once we get past state, it's always kind of a breather. Now nationals though is a couple weeks earlier this year, so we kind of took off. So we'll come back, and then we've got about at the end of January, we're right back and competing again in nationals.
Nice. And so I think, and I noticed this during regionals and during UCA competition, I think that you all and the Montgomery County team has really kind of set the bar for the 10th region, have for a long, long time. But I think that teams are finally saying we want to be at their level, because Bourbon County's always good. They're always close at region, if not at state. They're always good for the UCA, and competing and getting placed and going to nationals. But Paris this year placed at UCA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they did. First time in school history.
So that's what I thought. I saw that.
For them.
So I mean, the 10th region cheer in general is continuing to get better, and I think that they see that respect. They see that. What's the word I'm looking for? The
standard?
The standard, how we do here, how Montgomery County does here, and then the respect that they have for us, and they're like, we need to up our game.
You're 100% correct, and they can share with you. There's one thing I say, and it's a positive thing. If there's one team that any team, cheer team in the 10th region wants to beat, it's us.
Right.
But at the same time, in a positive way, because we mentioned Paris. Paris came to us. Their coach came to us at the end of last season when we were at Paris for district tournament, district region. Where were we?
Region. Oh.
Oh.
I thought it was. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
No, yeah, region was at ours, so
Yeah,
it was
so it's
district.
But she would tell her team to come sit and watch us.
Oh,
She
gotcha.
would say, "I want you all to watch them because that's what it's supposed to look like," which is an honor, and our girls recognize that.
Yeah.
And when it's Paris, and along with all the many other teams, when we have become a standard here, and it's our hard work has become, and their hard work is really. It's made a standard.
That's not being arrogant. That's just the truth. I mean, it's just like they see you all, how you all coach, and it's been like that for years upon years. So, I mean, and you all get to know a little bit the other teams and the other girls on the other teams and stuff like that. So, I mean, after games, I'm sure you all, talk and get to see some of these girls. And I know that you usually a lot of the times like to try to take pictures with the other teams of the. So do you all do you all have that camaraderie with the other teams?
Yeah, we do. Paris, we love Paris.
Yeah,
we
we're really close to Paris.
We love Paris. I feel like cheer, as each team, you kind of have to be competitive, but you also need to be respectful. It's a sport, so good sportsmanship is really good. So yeah.
So I know I said practices are getting harder and stuff like that, and it is, and I know that coaches will also get a little bit more stern and stuff like that. So, I mean, I always asked this before, but, what is that saying that any of the coaches, put out there for you all that actually kind of sticks, it's that you all have to be like, yep, they're right. We've got to do that.
That all the little things matter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And that makes a lot of sense in this particular
A lot of
realm.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're like,
Those
Coach
little
is
things
saying,
are worth 0.2 of a point, aren't they?
No, exactly right.
Is there anything that Coach is like, God, we know, Coach, we know, calm down.
It's not hard.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's
hard.
it. It's not
It's
that
not
hard.
hard, girls.
Are you so tired?
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Start over.
Yeah.
One more time.
We'll do one more time.
One more time.
One more time.
It's never one more time.
It's never one more time. That's probably the worst one. It's the one more time, and then we'll do it 6 more times.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what it takes.
Again.
Because I mean,
We never expect anything less. We'll never come into practice and expect anything less. So, and we know there'll have to be that for us to have the good outcomes, and that's how we know, honestly, that our team might perform better than others because we know that our coaches are hard on us, and that some people can't take it, but we know that they're doing that for a reason and that it pays out. So
We tell them before season ever really gets in, and we'd have this conversation. If they understand the why of what we're doing, it's not we're just coming in here and but they understand why we're doing it. A lot of times we'll start a practice. This is why we're doing this. It's like our band chant. We had to say, this is why we're doing this. This is why. We're not just doing this for the fun of it. We're doing this because this is what the judges have pointed out. If we want to get those 0.2 of a point, we need to do this. And the thing is, they just rise to the occasion, and they're exactly right. This is a respect between both the coaches and the athlete, and we trust one another.
Well, and you've been doing this long enough at this point that it's like, kind of know what I'm doing. It's like the history states that if you listen to what we're telling you, then we're going to be good. So,
absolutely,
yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
you also said kind of, I'm going to bring them up too, but and I know you're not the coach of them, but you also said that since COVID, we're trying to get things going at McNabb, and you have to have that feeder system of cheering for school there, and then you continue to cheer for school at the high school, and the McNabb team went back out and went to region this year and placed there, and is going to state the weekend after you all. So, can you talk to them talk about them a little bit?
We do. Your daughter, some of these gals cheered at McNabb back in the day, and my wife was at that time, and Sherry Adams were coaches there. They did great things there. They won state title at middle school for 2 years. Amazing. And then COVID came, and then there was nothing. It was like, in some areas in some regions really didn't. Every district handled that differently, and one way or the other. But a lot of girls and those during that time went to different sports. They went to where they didn't have quite the restriction, and they could go and do other things. So McNabb had a hard hit in trying to build that back. And then, so this past year, I talked to Holly Smallwood, who's a teacher at Mapleton, and I said, her daughter was one of my cheerleaders through high school, and she went on to cheer at Morehead State University. And I said, why don't you all do this? We've worked together great, because I knew we worked together, would work together, and she did it, and she and Liberty came in and kind of took that team and made something. And this year they've done really well. They've come along. We got to have a mixed practice with them one night and kind of got to work with them prior to their region. But they've come a long way, and we're so proud of them. And it's nice to see that becoming established again.
Right.
Because that'll help you. You're losing 5 seniors this year, so shoes are going to have to be filled come next year, right?
And in middle school, once you hit that your 8th grade year, if you're going to cheer, you've got to go somewhere. So it kind of gets them prepared, because a lot of times in the past, girls, they might have had the desire to maybe cheer, but they've had no experience, and they've not had that competitive, or even on the sideline, they've not even had that. So we're really glad that they've had that, and we're starting to see that emerge, and that they're having some success with that this year.
Is that something that you all like, that mixed practice kind of?
I thought that was fun. I liked helping them.
You can have 7th and 8th graders come up, but a lot of the times it's good for them to get that, just like you coaches talked about, get that sideline experience, and you all can be even at 7th and 8th grade, they can look up to you all.
Because at one point we were in their position,
right?
And we needed somebody to help us, so they need us.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Let's take our final commercial break, and we'll come back and wrap up with the girls and get kicked back off on our Simply Secured Athlete of the Week.
Sounds good.
Hands clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering, we're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, 1 voice, 1 goal. To lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all hard. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling, Nate, where the love runs deep.
Spring is here. Are you sure your roof is ready for the rain? Winter weather can leave behind hidden damage like loose shingles, cracked flashing, and clogged gutters, all of which can lead to costly leaks. At CRC Roofing and Renovations, we provide expert spring roof maintenance, leak prevention, and repairs to keep your home safe and dry. Don't wait until water damage ruins your home. Call CRC Roofing and Renovations today at 859-327-3913 or visit our website to schedule your free spring roof inspection. Protect your home with Central Kentucky's trusted roofing experts.
Helping folks see clear behind the wheel. In our hometown, heroes take the field and shine. They're out there cheering every single time. Proud sponsor, heart and soul. get your colors right. It's more than gear, it's your story design. At Incoviv Designs, every thread's a sign.
When you can't fit the car in the garage anymore, or the guest bedroom is overrun with junk, it's time for a Rumpke open-top dumpster. Rumpke offers open-top dumpsters in a variety of sizes and are often delivered the next day. You fill the container with unwanted material on your schedule, and Rumpke takes care of the rest. Don't wait to reclaim your space. Contact the waste and recycling experts at Rumpke today. Rumpke, waste and recycling, done right.
All right, we are back here with Moco Cheer, just days away from going to state competition. Coach, girls, thank you all so much for coming and spending some time with us on Monday night after your practice. But one thing I would like to ask you before we wrap up with you guys is...
Don't ask the shoe thing.
No, I know.
Because I can tell you that real quick.
Yeah, no. Let's talk about you're all seniors. What's plans for college? Do you plan on cheering in college? Do you know where you're going, where you want to go, what you want to do? We'll just start with you and work your way around.
Okay. I don't plan on cheering in college, and I either want to go to MCTC here or Moorhead. And I plan on going through nursing and then hopefully working with pediatric oncology.
I don't want to cheer in college. I might go to
soccer?
No, I quit soccer.
Oh.
Swim. I quit this year. Swimming, no. I don't want to do any sports. I might go to UK. Actually, I might go anywhere. I don't know yet. And I want to go into nursing and then eventually be a NICU nurse.
All right, I'm committed to UK, not for sports. Definitely not. Going to UK for pre-nursing and then hopes to become a nurse practitioner.
Are you sure you don't want to go into broadcasting?
I'm sure. I'm sure, guys.
I'm not cheering in college. I want to go out of state, but if I want to stay here, I want to go to UK. I'm going to do pre-nursing, and I want to be a pediatric nurse. So we have
four
all
nurses.
nurses.
The health field is going to be very well taken care of.
Well, we have one that's going to be a teacher, but she didn't come, so we're on there.
Yeah. The other one.
You're rubbing off on the fifth senior
Yeah,
being a
we got
teacher.
one teacher.
Look, here's the thing about nursing is people are always going to be sick, and nurses make pretty good money. So it's smart career path there for sure, on all accounts there. So my mother was a nurse for 40 years and retired doing that. So know all about that path. For sure.
So,
all right.
So, what's the goal? I mean, it's this Saturday. So, what's the goal in your all's eyes?
To win.
To win.
And we know that we have it. So last year, I mean, we knew it would be possible, but we didn't really know like the talent that we actually have. But this year, I've definitely realized that like it's in our hands. Like we definitely can go and win it.
Want to win. Especially since our last competition.
Oh, yeah, that definitely, that fueled our fire.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to win.
And then ready to go to nationals after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, guys.
Nationals be what, February?
Mm-hmm. It's the end of January,
Yeah.
1st February.
They need your help. So anybody that watches this, that, I'm sure they will have some things that come out between now and nationals. It's on them to get the nationals. So I promise you, it's worth your time. It's worth your donation if you feel like it. So, be in touch with one of the girls that knows who to get you in touch with. That can help help this team out.
Because we know that's not a cheap trip.
It's not a cheap trip.
No.
It's not a cheap trip. I know all about that.
Yeah, you raised quite a bit of money for them over the years, didn't you?
But good luck this Saturday. Like you said, it's in the morning, so
Do you know what time?
11:08.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to be there. You get there at 9 o'clock. Watch all the teams.
See some great teams, especially Montgomery.
That's right. And then, like I said, McNabb competes the next weekend, unfortunately, in Bowling Green. So, but they're going to make the trip, and they're going to go down there and make Montgomery County proud.
Absolutely.
But good luck, and Saturday.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
Bring home some hardware this time. We can have you back on with a great big trophy.
We will.
We should have had the national trophy here.
We should have.
Trophy from last year.
So
If they bring back the hardware, we'll replace the Christmas tree with the
I
trophy.
like it. Just put lights on the trophy.
Absolutely. That'd be great.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So we've got sports again.
Sports.
So we're able to kick back off our Simply Secured Athlete of the Week. So these will be our nominees. They'll drop on Wednesday. You can vote on them, and then we'll name a winner next Monday night. Maybe next Monday night. We're still trying to figure out what day we're actually going to get to record next week. We've got a lot of ball games next week.
Right.
So, but from Montgomery County, all these are going to be on basketball because that's the sport that's happening right now. From Montgomery County, Andrew Terry had a huge game Saturday night. I think he scored 34 points. Clark County, Montez Gay has just a beast of a player. Menifee County, Brody Parks has led them in scoring as a freshman. And then Bath County, Miss Bailey French, who's averaging over 20 points a game. We talked to her prior to the season and told her she was going to have to score 20-plus points a game, and she's doing that.
She's doing that. You're right.
Good job there for all of them. Like I said, that'll drop on Wednesday morning. You'll be able to go out and vote for them on that part of it, and then we'll be able to get back into having our People's Champ and our Dog of the Week and our EJ's Play of the Week and all that good stuff. So,
Hey, Sean.
Yes, sir.
If anybody wants, anybody that votes for Brody Parks, if they want their BP2 gear, they can contact Incubative Designs because he's one of our.
I thought that name sounded familiar. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's on schedule for us this week? We'll be at the arena tomorrow night as the girls take on Fleming County. It is the first home game of the year, so we'll be on the call on our Huddle Fan app, on YouTube, and on Facebook. And then Friday night, the Tim Davis Classic. There's 2 games that night. There's a game at 7, and I can't remember who's in that first game. And then the boys play at 8:45 against Frederick Douglass. And that's like a Hall of Fame classic thing there. So that'll be the boys' first home game of the year. I looked on there. I thought it was
Bryan Station and Madison Central, which will be an incredible game.
Wow. Yeah, we got
2 really, really good games.
Yeah.
On Friday. Friday?
Yep.
On Friday.
On Friday.
So come to both games.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. And it's the first week of the season. Come pack the gym for the boys and the girls both.
Absolutely.
So what else you gonna do on a Tuesday night?
While you're there, buy a season ticket. Right. Get a chair back. They're worth it.
And come upstairs and say hi to the boys from Corner to Corner.
If you want.
Yeah.
And I'll be the one not wearing blue and red. I will be wearing my yellow and green.
Oh!
Sorry.
I get it.
Not sorry.
I understand. Go Defenders, right?
That's right.
Wow.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He's allowed to do it. If they come here, he's allowed to do that once.
Sure. They're not playing Montgomery County anyway. So.
That's true.
Still working on a guest for next week. So keep an eye out on the Facebooks for that part of it.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be a jam-packed next 2 weeks on the basketball floor. A lot of games here right before Christmas. So you'll see us a lot. So Coach, girls, thank you all so much for coming and spending your Monday night with you or with us.
Thank you for having us.
Good luck on Saturday. We'll be rooting for you. Maybe we get somebody to pop their camera out and stream that for us on Saturday.
I'm glad you said that. I think I've got somebody in mind.
Yeah. So that maybe we can get them to stream that on the From Corner to Corner Facebook page.
Adam, I mean, you helped us, Flanders. You helped us with Nationals last year. I mean, you're going to be at state, so we can stream that one.
Yeah,
we could stream that one and put that on there because. You know, you want to be secretive about it up until this point.
That's right.
After this, it's like
everyone's
all right,
seen it.
everybody's seen it.
Yeah. There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. Well, maybe Adam will help us out there on that part of it. So, all right. Well, that's it for this week's edition of the From Corner to Corner podcast. Thank you to Community Trust Bank for helping us promote this show and all of our sponsors. Everything you do, it helps us be able to bring our coaches and our players on and highlight all of that good stuff. And again, tune in tomorrow night. If you're not coming to the arena, we prefer you come to the arena and cheer on those girls as they take on Fleming County tomorrow night in our first home game of the season. So for Wes, Daron, and Adam, this has been the From Corner to Corner podcast. We'll catch you guys next week.
Roll Trout.
The From Corner to Corner podcast wants to send a huge thank you to all our amazing sponsors who help keep this show rolling each week. Your support lets us keep covering local sports, sharing stories, and building community together. We truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for believing in us, and let's keep making an impact together.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.